It's because I think there's certain areas of law that are really good for social media, like estate planning. Everyone needs to know about it. Everyone needs to know about a will, right? Everyone needs to know about a trust. Everyone should know about the power of attorney and the healthcare surrogate. Same thing with like immigration law is another group of people,
Right.
more niche, but estate planning, it's everybody.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Tell me about your social media presence. I see you're on social media. You're doing a great job. You're cutting up videos.
Yeah.
Tell me how it's helped their business and stuff. And do you recommend other lawyers do it?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's something that if you stick with it, it works, right? I have people are, oh yeah, I want to do it. And then you're here 6 months and then you're not. So what I have seen is we started, I think about 3.5 years ago. And over time, the first year, it was crickets.
Yeah.
But we kept going. Every day we post something new to the stories, to the post, every day there's something new. You're going to see something. And so we've transitioned. There's been little things that have worked that we see they don't work, or we go back and we fix it. But in the last year, it's made a dramatic increase in my business. And, every day it's a new challenge. We're learning something new. But I think that social media, whether it be Instagram, which is one audience,
Yeah.
TikTok, which is the younger audience, and then Facebook, which is the older audience, so I don't do the different things I don't have time for that.
Sure, of course.
But I do post to all of them, and I've seen an increase.
Yeah. I'll take more risks on TikTok. Because people don't know, like a lot of people don't, there's so many people that don't know you,
Right.
Then it like see how it works and then go back to Instagram. Instagram is a little bit more, because like I feel like there's a much bigger audience that had already known me, because like they kind of filtered through from Facebook and Instagram. But TikTok, you could do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Do you see like organic, like a person who saw your video and says, oh, I'm going to reach out for estate planning advice? Or are you seeing more of like other lawyers kind of top of mind where they reach out to you and they say, oh, I saw your video and I have a case I need to refer? Where are you seeing,
I'm seeing the majority is people, not lawyers.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of content in Spanish, right? I feel like it's a very underserved community.
Yeah.
And I get that comment, that feedback from the public saying, oh my gosh, finally there's an attorney that is not just, I try to say it in layman terms, because if you say all these things in the legal terms, and I do have these, keyboard warriors that come in and they're like, this is the official name.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But so I generate the content in Spanish to my community, my Hispanic community.
Sure.
And they love it. They love the content, and they'll call me. And then the issue that I'm having now, and I don't know if you have this issue, but the issue that I'm having is that people feel like they know me. They connect with me. They want to talk to me. And they'll ask me, because I'll post things. I'll be like, I'm in Spain, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, and how was Spain? And I'm like,
No, some people do really get a connection. They'll be like routinely commenting on your videos and stuff. It's like there's like the usual suspects that kind of feel like they know you,
Yeah.
But a lot of those people, there's going to be negative people. There's going to be people that are trying to correct you. But then there's a lot of people that are rooting for you and want to help you. But what I find, and I think it's interesting, I guess, for other lawyers is that, and like you're talking about, is you're getting calls from people, which is great, which is amazing. It's because I think there's certain areas of law that are really good for social media, like estate planning. Everyone needs to know about it. Everyone needs to know about a will, right? Everyone needs to know about a trust. Everyone should know about the power of attorney and the healthcare surrogate. Same thing with like immigration law is another group of people,
Right.
more niche, but estate planning, it's everybody.
right.
You know?
And the difference in the different countries, right? The Latin American countries, a lot of that, they come to this country with their idea of how the law works over there, and they think that that's how it works here. And so when I start bringing these issues up, I find that a lot of them are like, I didn't know that that's how it happened here. I didn't know that this had to be like this. And so it's bringing these things up, and that generates, the prompting of the phone calls.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm just trying to think. There's other areas of law that really are like, and I guess do you talk about like asset protection stuff in your videos? Because I'm just thinking out loud because I love to kind of bounce these things off of other lawyers. But asset protection too is just a massive, very popular subject because a lot of people want to know. I think you do talk more about asset protection than you think.
I do talk about it
it's just in a different term.
In the area of Medicaid planning. And that kind of thing. I don't do asset protection for people who are like, oh yeah, I don't want people to be able to sue me type of thing. I don't know enough about it, so I don't do that, but I do it in the Medicaid planning.
Sure. And then there's always, obviously, there's trust that could be set up, and do you want to hold real estate and
land trust,
that kind of stuff.
Sure.
That's really, really interesting stuff. And then, criminal law, obviously everyone loves to hear about what to do in a DUI or whatever, but
although sometimes you hear crazy things that I'm like, I don't think that's for real. Let me research that. Like, if you get pulled over, I'm not sure if you should do that.
Yeah, I know. No, you got to be really careful. I'll do a video and people will correct me and be like, nah, in this state,
Right.
It's like, I did a video one time about like in Florida, like you don't want to take the breathalyzer test and you don't want to do the field sobriety exercise. It's kind of like what prosecutors, everyone kind of knows that's the thing. But in like if it's in Texas, so I don't know if it changed. But if it's in Texas, they're like, oh, they'll get a blood warrant. Just refuse a DUI, like refuse the breath test, and they'll just go to get a warrant and make you wait and then take your blood. And I didn't know they could do. I know they couldn't do that here in Florida, but in Texas, that's like a thing. But so you learn so much on social media.
Yeah. Although I get all these emails from people or DMs, and they're like, "There's this trust, and it's like some financial advisor somewhere," and I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, be wary what you learn, but or hear.